guys, hit the thrift store today and I just wanted to share with you some of the great things that I bought. First thing that I saw was this chair, which kind of looks like nothing much. It was only $3. What I did was I took this seat off. It just had 4 little screws. And I put 4 nails in, here, 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 here. Just hit them in a little tiny bit so that I can put this. And what this is a metal plant hanger. And you just unhook these little hooks. You take this part, you lay it down in there, and then you get your coconut fiber, which comes like this. They come in small and they come in large. I haven't seen medium, but you can use the large and you can just cut it. And it cuts very easy. And then you just, you know what, if you're not a gardener, just buy a hanging basket that's already done. And this time of year, they're everywhere. They're on sale. They're colorful. They're full grown. So for $3, the little wire basket was $3. This was $3, so we got $9 here. And it's adorable for the garden. It's cute at your entrance. If you like the shabby chic look, paint it white. It's varnished. Some of it's not varnished. So by painting this white, some of the paint will stick really good. Some won't. Some will crackle. Some will chip off from the weather. And that's exactly what you want it to do. And then it's going to just look like a really old shabby chic planter. I like it just like this personally. So I'm going to leave it like that and plant my little geraniums in it. That was my first find. And the next thing, and I kind of walked by this a couple times. It's a door. It's just a cabinet door. That's all it is. The lady said, "Oh, are you interested in that frame?" She thought it was a frame, but it's not a frame. It's just a door from a cabinet. It doesn't have any holes in it. So I'm going to make a sign out of this with something written here. Probably paint it black and maybe do it in white or even do it in a chalkboard finish here and do something kind of snazzy here on the end. So that's my little frame, as she called it. Speaking of frames, oh my God, I almost died when I saw this. My dad took it out of my car and he just shook his head because he knows how I am. And I said, "Dad, you know what? They don't even make things like this anymore." It has this little piece of molding going all the way around it. And as old as it is, no wonder it's still intact. It's not like the screens that you buy today and you have to roll the little piece of rubber. And the cool thing about it, well, the really cool thing about it is the color. And it's already shabby chic, and it's several different colored grays and whites and ivories. But what I absolutely love about it is that it's a metal screen, and therefore it'll hold magnets. So what I'm going to do with this is put 2 hooks on it, hanging from a chain on the wall or in a window, wherever you want, and use it like you would a refrigerator. And you can put postcards, you can put anything you want, your kids' little artwork on it. I have one of these, and it's got chicken wire, and it has little clothespins that came with it, and I actually paid $50 for it. It's a little bit bigger than this, and my girlfriend said, "Why in the world would you pay $50? You know what? Sometimes you just have to have something." And it's like, I feel like I save so much money on everything else all the time, but it's okay to spend $50 on it. And I just really wanted to see the mechanics of how they did it with the chicken wire. Chicken wire tends to be a little scratchy when you're working with it. So I absolutely love it, and it goes with the color of my bedroom, which is like a sepia color. So I have all sepia photographs put to it. So that's my little screen. And the next thing was, and these just brought back childhood memories. These were $10 for the set. And I remember, like, I don't know, Home Interior, somebody used to sell these. And the lady said, "These are really, really old." And I know it's difficult to see, but they have like little faces all engraved in them. So somebody actually took the time to make these. I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. I was thinking about painting them a shiny silver, just to go with, like, you know, the whole silver fad thing, and hang them in different places, and maybe just write "Lick the Spoon," or, you know, whatever you want on the spoon. You could crisscross them on the wall. But before I do anything, because I'm a little, I don't know, I'm a little nervous that they might be worth a lot of money, which would just be awesome. So I'm going to look them up before I paint them, find out what the price is. Sometimes when you go to look something up and you can't find it, that's the best news in the whole wide world because there's not very many of them. So I'm going to have to do a little research on the spoon and the fork. Next I found, and this is kind of crazy, it's one of those kind of crazy, kind of cool things. This is just a milk bottle, but this was $2. And it has the little tiny glass bubbles in it. And that means it's old, and that means it's valuable. And it's just something about this bottle. It almost looks like a, I don't know, it doesn't have a screw lid, so I don't know whether it was a milk, I know milk bottles can have screw lids either, so it's probably a milk bottle. But I really loved it. And then I found this planter, and this was $4. And it's old, you can tell that it's very old. And it's got a little herring on it. And it certainly is something I would never, ever in a million years put in my house. But it's signed on the back and it's dated on the back. So I want to look that up. I could use it like in a quirky way in the garden. I also thought about making a miniature fountain out of it. This itself sitting in a great big bowl that you would put rocks in and have water in would be awesome for the water to come trickling out. And I was thinking I could just nip off the end of this beak right there and have the hose come right out of there and then you would shoot water out. It does have a hole in the bottom, so possibly the little pump. The pump isn't going to fit in there, but the little hose would definitely fit in there. So you'd have to still have your pump inside of a bowl. So I'm going to have to really think on this little guy. And he reminded me of something crazy that I have that I don't even know where I got. And it's this little, he's not a heron, but he's a goose or a swan, and he's pulling a little elf's beard. And that's probably 1940s, and I picked that up at a yard sale for like $1. So maybe I have something cool going on here with these animals with the long necks. So I thought that was it. I was leaving the thrift store, and I saw something that really caught my eye. I don't know why, because it looked so tacky at first. I'm going to show you what it is. I'm going to show you how I saw it. Okay. This is all hinged together, and it's very fragile. So at first glance, you know, I was leaning up against a railing, and I thought, oh, that's kind of cool. I mean, the paint job isn't that cool, but I thought it was 3 pieces of canvas that you would hang on the wall to create one picture, one painting. There's a beetle. And I thought, I don't know. And then I thought, well, I could always repaint the canvas. And then I noticed they were hinged together. And I thought, well, I wonder why they're hinged together. So the more I looked at it, I just absolutely had to have it. These sides, so this is canvas. Then the canvas was attached to a wood frame by these little tiny tacks that are really pretty, and they're gold. And it's wobbly only because the screws need to be tightened on it. This is the other side, which looks like it's decoupaged, and it's just a really, really odd pattern. I don't know how well you can see that. And then it kind of changes pattern a little bit. But the edges have words written on them. And all the words are really inspirational words. And then over here, it talks about that it was made in India. And it even has little feet. I don't know if you can, this is one of the feet right here. So it has 3 feet. I don't know what it was used for. First thing I thought of was maybe a fireplace screen, but the more I look at it, you would never use that as a fireplace screen. So it definitely sat up on a dresser maybe, or a buffet, I'm not sure. And I don't know whether the painting was from India, or whether that was an afterthought, or whether the wood was the afterthought. So I just love pieces like this, that you just, I know it's so old, and I want to know how it was made and where it was made and who had it and why they did it this way. So I'm really going to research this piece and see what I come back. I'm not going to change anything about it. I'm not going to paint it. It might be my $1 million piece. I don't know, but I just love it. Anyway, that's our show for today. Thanks so much for watching. Take care.